Hi friends, in this video I will explain concept of encapsulation and decapsulation for 5 marks. Encapsulation and decapsulation are key concepts in protocol layering within the internet. These processes occur at both the source and destination, which means encapsulation process takes place at a source and then decapsulation process takes place at a destination, as well as intermediary devices like routers. Encapsulation at the source host. At the source host, the encapsulation process involves the following steps. So first step, it is application layer. Data generated by application is called message. This message typically doesn't have header or trailer, but if it does, the whole unit is still referred to as a message. This message is passed to transport layer. Under the transport layer treats the message as a payload. It adds the transport layer header, which includes the details like source and destination, application program, identifiers, and information necessary for tasks such as flow control, error control, or congestion control. The resulting packet is known as the segment or maybe user datagram in UDP. Next, in third, which is going to network layer, at this layer the transport layer packet is treated as a payload. A network layer header is added, which means what previously whatever the extra header it is added by the transport layer, whole thing it is going to taken as a payload, and then here which will be adding onto the extra header, so that it will be passed on to the data link layer. Data link layer, the network layer packet is encapsulated in the data link layer frame. A header is added here. So just now we are told that the encapsulation process, it is going to taking the previous layer of data encapsulated in the considered as a payload, and then header it has been added. So the frame is then passed to the physical layer for over the network. So the process, whatever the encapsulation it has been takes place, you can observe here. So the based upon the applications, the messages are present, we will be considering as a message, and then on the transport layer it is going to adding the header of a transport layer. This message it has been taken as a what, the whole thing it is taken as a payload, and then so in the network layer, this whole thing of a transport layer of payload, it is going to considering as a payload, and then extra header it will be added by the network layer. And then with respect to the payload of network layer, it is considering as a payload, and then extra header it is added to the data link layer, and then whole thing it has been passed in the physical transmission. So and then in the router also it is going to same thing it has been performing, right? When it reaches on to the receiver, it is going to checks trailer or maybe trailer. So if it is matches, then only the payload it has been delivered onto the next layer, otherwise it will discard. So like that, network layer also it is going to checking onto the trailer, and then it is going to deliver to the transport layer, and then transport layer it is going to decapsulations of a trailer, and then final application or maybe message it will deliver onto the receiver host.